Welcome to Arkansas Storm Team Live. I am KARK Chief Meteorologist, and I'm Fox 16. No, he's coming back. I can't do an impression of Joel yet. Anyway, he will be here in just a second. He had to go get something out of his car. But thank you very much for joining us. We have a lot of weather to actually talk about here with Arkansas Storm Team Live, including we've got thunderstorms, showers and thunderstorms moving through eastern Arkansas. So I'm going to go to that here with the radar. This is moving into Stuttgart right now. None of this is severe, but there will be some gusty winds, and there'll be some brief heavy rain with that as well as it moves through Stuttgart. Just passed through Pine Bluff, but it's moving off towards the east. So moving through northern areas of Monroe County and southern areas of Prairie County. And that line looks like it is pretty stout. But it's brief, heavy rain moving towards the east, and I expect it to be fully out of our viewing area probably within the next hour, hour and a half at the very latest. It is moving that quickly. So I look at the velocities. I haven't done this much at all because we don't have any severe weather lately, thank goodness, but there's no rotation, nothing significant, but there will be gusty winds. And the other big weather story going forward is after this passes by, the air coming up tonight and tomorrow morning, it's going to be chilly, all right? I mean, we're talking about some pretty chilly air coming in, and that's going to last only one day. That's it. It's only going to last one day, and then we warm back up, but then we go back down. How can I break this to you smoothly? Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, I got to look at the records for Christmas Eve, but there's still strong indications that we're going to have near record highs. And, here we are Thursday, a week out from Christmas, and to forecast record high temperatures a week in advance is not something I'm used to be honest with you. I normally do not do that, where you don't forecast near record high temperatures when you're a week away, but my goodness, everything is pointing towards it. But there's going to be a little back and forth until then, and tonight it's going to get cold. Stuttgart, you got heavy rain moving into your area. You got Joel right now moving into our area, and here he is. So I started off, Joel, with I'm KARK Chief Meteorologist Todd Jacoby, and I am Fox 6. I don't have your impression down yet.
Well, did you try?
I didn't. I did, but it was bad. I didn't even try for. But I just
here. I'm pull this over here. I'll pull up my.
What are you trying? Oh, thank you.
Here.
Here we go. You had to just tell him what you did.
I had to go get my coat because I left it at the house.
So Brad brought it back up here.
Yeah, Brad brought it up here. Appreciate Brad for doing that.
Yeah.
All right. So what were we talking about? We got some.
Yeah, we're talking about the downpours moving into Stuttgart now. Just passed through Pine Bluff, and I was actually looking on velocities because I haven't done that in a long time. No. There's no rotation at all, but.
Thank goodness, but there was a tornado warning north of St. Louis, if you noticed that earlier today. So, so I was looking at these a little bit closer, like, am I missing something? But we're good.
No, I've looked at the velocities, and I mean, it's just not the potential. But
just a pencil thin line of downpours, though, which we mentioned that there would be a brief period of very heavy rain, and then it's gone.
Right. And
I wouldn't even say very heavy, but heavy rain.
Also mentioned that by the way, you're on Max 1 on OBS.
Wait, okay, I see.
Max 1 has popped up if you want to change that. But I also mentioned that this line is going to be out of here within an hour or so, out of the state.
Yeah, and then as you mentioned, it clears out. We do have like one little shower that looks like it's lingering back here. North of Valonia, up around Holland and Faulkner County, but
what's that? Is that the front? Because I thought the front was ahead of that.
The front may actually be the front there, because I think the front is lagged a little bit behind.
But I thought those cumulus clouds that I saw develop. Anyway, don't worry about it.
Well, that would still be.
This is my Friday, so I really,
Yeah, no, I think. Let's see. I'll pull up. Well, I'll tell you what would tell us.
It's refreshing. Wind. I got to show wind tonight because it is going to howl. The winds tonight are going to drop wind chill values down into the teens and 20s
if
across
they
the
stay strong.
Yeah, and you had some question whether or not it would.
I kind of want it. Well, if they calm down, then but if they stay strong enough, and very well might, there'd be a lower wind chill. I did grid adjust my wind chill map to show like 25
I got to grid adjust the temperature map from the graph because the graph, our in-house computer model, has us going down into the mid-20s tonight for lows.
Yeah, we can.
And we don't think it's going to be that cold, but that graph is so good too.
The graph is good. That's why I did go 31 originally. Yesterday I had 33. I think they went 32 this morning. I was a little tempted to go 30, but I think 30 was about as low as I was willing to go. Could we get down to 28 or 29? If the wind calms down, yes.
Mm-hmm.
If the wind calms down, though, the wind chill is not going to be 20 or 21. I don't think it really gets quite that cold, but it's going to be, I mean, it could be down in the teens in some places where the wind lingers. I was trying to pull up a wind map here.
Well, pull up a wind map while I tell people why candy canes are so expensive this year.
Why is the keyboard here not registering?
Did you restart it?
I did I didn't have to restart it.
Oh, that's
They
right.
restarted after the.
Anyway,
I don't know.
do you know why the candy cane was so expensive? It was in mint condition.
It's pretty good.
So,
Back to business.
do you have a cursor now?
Well, I still can't type on here for whatever reason. But
Where are you trying to
I
type?
was trying to pull in wind. So I usually go into.
Want me to do that here on? I can do that here on.
Here, I'm going to close out of this and reopen it.
I can pull up winds here. You want forecast winds, gusts, or speeds, or what?
Still not registering. I was going to get current wind, so I could see the exact placement of the front, and then
that's a good idea. All right, so
and then we can look at forecast wind gusts.
And I'm having problems too. There's a bug in the system. I'm just kidding. So here are wind speeds.
All right, so we'll pull it up over here.
These are wind speeds, and so you can see the front is through Russellville, Clinton, Hot Springs, and Westerly. Yeah, moving into Little Rock.
So that shower over Faulkner County is along the front.
Yeah.
Right.
Was it in Faulkner County?
Yeah.
Okay. So, so you can see you have southwesterly winds in Stuttgart, Pine Bluff, West Memphis. That's ahead of the front, and then westerly winds in Little Rock. So you can see where that front is basically located. But the winds behind that in Oklahoma, I should check the Mesonet.
And these are just wind speeds, not gusts.
Right.
So the gusts are even higher.
And I think I got wind gusts here. Right. Nope, right here. So here they are. The gusts are up to 36 miles per hour in Fayetteville. Hello, Dan Scoff. Just got off the phone with him a little while ago. Out of the northeast, and Hot Springs is even strong, these gusts 31. So we're going to get some wind in here in the metro very soon with gusts that could exceed 30 miles per hour.
Yeah. So, and that, like we said, as we go through the night, that wind should gradually calm down. If it calms all the way down, the temperature might be able to get into the upper 20s. If it doesn't, it might be closer to 31, 32, and then with a little bit more of a wind chill if the wind doesn't calm down.
Those wind chill values down to around 20, that may happen at times before that wind completely dies out.
Yeah, that's very possible. And but we'll see. Again, as far as temperature goes, I've got temperatures getting down to about 31 degrees in the metro overnight tonight. And then tomorrow during the day, we should be able to warm up a little bit more. Well, I mean, it'll be cooler than it even is today, but obviously with it being drier, you'll have direct sunlight. Then it might be a little bit nicer. Actually, 52 is right on average, spot on for this time of year on Friday. Again, that wind chill. Why the keyboard's not working at all for me here?
Is it on? Maybe the battery needs to be replaced.
That could be it. But yeah, so it feels like temperatures early tomorrow morning in the mid-20s. Maybe
somebody turn this thing off.
How did that get turned off?
It's on now.
Yeah.
Who would turn off the keyboard?
I don't know.
See if it works now.
I would imagine that.
Is it working now?
No. Nope. Still not working. Oh, well. Going into the weekend.
Just kidding.
Saturday, after tomorrow's a little colder in the morning, a little cool during the day, Saturday is going to be mild again. We're climbing up to 66, and then we have clouds moving in. Just flip the battery around. Is that what you're going to do?
No, I'm going to get new batteries.
New batteries in it.
You're welcome.
Okay, thank you. Slam those batteries down. Sunday, 53, 10% chance maybe there's a shower. I think really, if there is, it's probably going to be in southern Arkansas. You all right there, Todd? Taking care of business over here.
I'm fixing things. You go ahead. I'll just put batteries in the keyboard.
Sunday would be a little cooler thanks to clouds. And then early next week, what we expect is that our temperature is going to be climbing through most of the first half of next week. I think at night.
Yes, that's going to say we're going to have steadily rising temperatures. I'm afraid we're going to get stuck in the crud with low clouds, gloomy, foggy, drizzly conditions until that ridge fully builds in.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree. I think it'll be clouds. Could be some mornings with some fog as well. When you have temperatures that are warming up at night, generally speaking, that does happen sometimes. So anyway, so looking ahead, I just want to walk you through. And I want to do this with the keyboard. I keep reaching for it, and then I forget you're working on it, Todd. So you can see Sunday, maybe some showers down along the Louisiana state line. Let's see if this works.
Still doesn't work?
Still not working. We'll figure it out. I'm not worried about it.
Well, we know it's not the batteries, then.
We'll do an assessment later.
I'll file a ticket.
All right. So then Sunday afternoon, you can see anything. Most of it stays down to the south. And then by Monday, maybe some showers into central Arkansas, but we're not talking about anything widespread, anything really heavy. Maybe some drizzle. Yeah, that would make more sense. But about a 10 to 20% chance of a shower there. Monday, Tuesday as well, maybe a slightly better chance. I've got 20% there on Tuesday. And then even on Wednesday, I didn't leave any pops on there. Pops meaning probability of precipitation. I didn't put any percentages there on the 7-day for Wednesday.
Wednesday is Christmas Eve.
Wednesday's Christmas Eve. And then Thursday, this is trying to keep us with clouds on Christmas morning. If we have clouds all day,
you can forget about
Christmas
record highs.
Eve, then those record highs, I've got 69 for a forecast on Christmas Eve, but if we go with more clouds, end up going maybe 67, 68.
I mean, it's still going to be mild, yes. But it's not going to be record warmth if you have clouds.
And then Christmas Day, we're looking at temperatures that might be closer to about 70 degrees. So let me walk you through the temperature forecast. Let me go. I want to start this. Here's Saturday, mid-60s. This is actually showing 70 on Saturday for a high. Is this grid adjusted? Yes, it is.
Are you sure? Was it expired, though?
No.
Who's keeping grid adjust going without expiring them? Huh? No, I'm just kidding.
So I wasn't answering it because
maybe it was you.
I'm not going to blame anybody. It wasn't me. It was not me. I don't do that.
So, okay. Well, grid adjust just means that we have the ability to lower, raise the temperatures. We can even, on model information, move areas of rain and thunderstorms around to where we think they're going to be. So that's what we call a grid adjust.
And we do it very slightly. It might be that sometimes we can, like if I think the temperature is running about 5 degrees too cold in the morning, then I can adjust it down a little bit. But here's the catch. I can't adjust it. If I adjust it in the morning, it applies it to the afternoon temperature as well. So, and sometimes it might be that it's overreading temperature at night, but underreading it during the day. So then
the thing I love about grid adjust is when we're dealing with thunderstorm development and the models can't handle that. And then once they get going, they may be lagging or they're too slow or too fast. And then you grid adjust and then you're golden for the rest. For the rest of the, that's what's really good for.
But going into Saturday, it showed 70, but now I'm thinking, maybe mid 60s there.
Yeah, that seems more reasonable.
Sunday with clouds, we might struggle to get much out of the 50s. And then on Monday,
this is warm air overriding chilly air,
right?
And that's cloud cover, drizzle, and gloom and doom.
And then,
not doom.
But then on Tuesday we warm up. This is showing 67. I think clouds will probably keep us closer to the mid 60s. And then as we go forward, and I'm going to slowly do this. If I do this, it's going to take off, and there it went. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, we gradually warm up. Like I said, this is showing low 70s. I think mid 60s probably going to be it. But then we gradually warm up a little bit. It's going to do it again probably. I'm trying to go slow here.
You're having problems with that thing, aren't you? We should have done that.
So, and then Wednesday. mid-60s, maybe even closer to about 70. It's just going to depend on clouds, if we have any showers around. But generally speaking, it's going to be very warm. And then on Thursday, Christmas Day, 70s.
Yeah. So, well, this is why does it keep saying based on Little Rock? Of course. Yes.
Did you put that there?
I don't know. I keep trying to turn that off.
Yeah, probably. Yeah,
okay.
Turn it
now
off.
we go. Wait, hold on. I'm getting there. It is. All right. So this is for basically central Arkansas here. Temperatures are going to be rising into the upper 60s, as Joel was telling you, and this is a different model from what he was just showing you. But there's consistency in the fact that you have Sunday, Monday, and the warming temperatures. I just don't think it gets that warm on Tuesday. But Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, it's got near record
what's going to
highs.
be interesting is we're going to see days, nights especially, where we warm up through the night. So it's almost like you're constantly bringing in warm air through the night, each night, and during the day. So that could sometimes result in areas of fog.
So let's look
clouds,
at the lows.
Gloomy, dreary conditions.
Again, that's based on killing me. Anyway, so you look at this here, and those lows, I don't think they're going to be that cool. They could be around 60 or so, maybe.
I think we'll have some lows that are closer to 60 around Christmas Day.
Right. So, and then it cools down a little bit, right?
Perhaps
a little bit, but you could actually be looking at some record low minimums or record low minimums. Is that what I'm trying?
Warm lows.
Record warm lows is what I'm trying to say. Right.
I would have to look and see how that. I mean, I'm thinking mid 60s maybe.
Yep.
If we get mid 60s for morning lows, but a lot of times what happens is you have that just before a frontal passage. And so then if there's a front that comes, if the front comes through, then your low would be later in the day. So sometimes,
right.
I don't know. We'll just have to see. I'd have to go back and look at what those records are.
I bet you they're going to be in the upper 50s and lower 60s in that time period. I'm willing to bet. The cold air is there, and these are actual air temperatures, and it's on our side of the pole. It's just what is going to be the mechanism to drive it south, if at all, and we know that it's not going to happen next week. But, start watching things towards the end of the year, which is not far away, and the beginning of January, where you could get those areas of cold to break off. Maybe if you get the whole thing to go south, we're in trouble.
Real cold.
Then we're in trouble. But what's more likely to happen is just little pieces start to come down.
And you get brief cold snaps, and then the warmer air tries to win out.
But yeah, it's 6 degrees in Bismarck. You see this. It's what we're talking about right now. You get these little pieces to break off, and to dive south, where the core of the cold stays over Canada. But a little piece of that you see is 22 in Des Moines, but 44 in St. Louis.
And as that cold air goes south and it pushes over bare ground, it modifies as it goes south. So even if that air does get here, it's going to be not near as cold as it is up there. Obviously.
Hold on, we need to look at radar. Ooh, lots of lightning now with these.
Go back.
Yeah. So let's look at this here. I want to thank a friend of mine for bringing this to my attention.
Maybe some gusty wind out in Arkansas County. Let's see.
Yeah, I mean, there's no rotation of significance at all, but there is some lightning and thunder with that. It's very
gusty
fast-moving.
wind with it for sure. But yeah, when we started this live stream, the heavy rain was moving into Stuttgart. Now, as we are now about 20 minutes in, it's moved east of Stuttgart. Clarendon's getting some really heavy rain now. Areas along Highway 49 through Monroe County, it's going to be just kind of a quick, heavy round of rain, and then it's out of here.
Let's see what the boys in the lab are saying right now about what's going on, if they're even talking.
The boys in the lab. I was like, who are we talking about? I was thinking the climate lab at Mississippi State when you said that.
No, just this. We have a chat with the National Weather Service, and they're not talking about any of this stuff. I mean, it don't get me wrong, it's dangerous because there's lightning, but we're not talking about anything severe.
And there's not a ton of lightning with it.
No.
Just a few strikes here and there. So, and there does appear to be one little rogue shower there left behind out around El Paso, Enola, and Valonia. So, quick little shower there, and then I think we're done with the rain once we get that line out of here. That's also that line that we were just talking about, Clarendon down to Stuttgart. It goes all the way down toward southeastern Jefferson County, down around Gould and Grady, and down into the Rowell area, down in Cleveland County, all the way down to Hampton. But it's a more solid line going through east central Arkansas right now, approaching the Mississippi River.
There's Caroline Derby coming in.
We're tracking
storms.
Little bit of shower activity.
Yeah, there's storms out there. How about that? I get to show radar.
Get on out of here. That's good.
Get on out.
Yeah, so and then it's going to get cold again tonight. And then it gets warm again this weekend.
What's that?
I know. It'll be some ups and
that
downs.
keeps us employed.
Yeah, that's true.
Gives us
job security.
Jobs here.
As long as Arkansas's weather keeps changing.
I'd be worried if I lived in L.A.
Yeah, but you know, we say that, and then like you go out west, and if you ever like driven like a short distance, those like they have microclimates.
Yes, they do.
So you can go from like the coast where it never snows, then
but you can see the mountains and there's snow on them.
Snow-capped mountains. So
yeah, it is fascinating, the microclimates with the terrain.
It doesn't change from time to time; it changes from place to place.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It sounded good.
That sounds proof.
But anyway, I've just realized I've been showing those temperatures the whole time we're tracking.
Oh well,
radar.
it's a narrow
There's that
line, and so Arkansas County, DeWitt. Is it DeWitt or DeWitt? I've always called it DeWitt.
I've heard DeWitt and I've heard DeWitt.
Yeah.
So
Gillette, you're going to get a very thin area of rain coming through. It doesn't last long. There may be some gusty winds with it. I don't see any hail.
Showers is like. Well, if you were to go from there to there, you're talking 15 miles.
Yeah.
The heavier downpours, like a 3 mile.
Right. So it lasts just a few minutes at most. I mean, that it will not last long, and it's moving rapidly. So if you're watching us from Lincoln County, Arkansas County, the rest of Monroe County, east of Clarendon, all the way I-40 there going towards West Memphis, you're going to have a very narrow round of rain coming in, and then it's going to be over just like that. Yeah. And I've been watching the weather cam here, and we've already got clearing in Little Rock, and the winds are picking up.
Yeah, I've actually got a camera here live, and I pulled that up. It looks like there's some lingering cloud coverage back on the back end. So not like we're totally clearing out we're clearing out in terms of rainfall, but there's still some clouds that might linger into the early evening, and then once we get past that, we clear out pretty nicely tonight, and that's why we're going to get cold. I see what you're doing there, putting in a time-lapse request. We've got, of course, our tower cam downtown. We're able to make a time-lapse from time to time. Yeah.
Yep. So I just put in a request, which puts it together, and then we download it.
So we'll be able to bring that to you coming up at 4, 5, 6, 6:30, 5:30 as well, so be sure to tune in then. But that's a live look at Russellville. Obviously, we've dried out a good bit, and it's still windy on the backside. We've still got some northwest winds. It's going to get a little more gusty tonight.
Yep.
Wind gusts could be upwards of 30 miles per hour, maybe even over 30 miles per hour in some cases. But then should calm down in the morning. If it doesn't calm down totally, we could be dealing with some wind chills that might drop down to the low and mid-20s. I think maybe mid and upper 20s most of the night into tomorrow morning, but there could be some spots that see that wind chill, maybe even briefly get into the upper teens in parts of northern and maybe northeast Arkansas there. So
not
cold
even
in the morning.
Not even any special weather statements from the Weather Service on it.
Yeah.
Just to let you know.
These are and they're getting out of the Little Rock area now over into the Memphis area. So cold tonight, and then tomorrow seasonable. Temperatures in the low 50s. This weekend, we've got a 10% chance of maybe a shower on Sunday. I think that'd be mostly in southern Arkansas. And then we warm up again through much of early next week. And as I was mentioning, there will be some nights that we are warmer than the day. So in other words, Monday will probably be in the low 50s, but then during the night we warm up.
That's what we did last night.
Tuesday we warm up through the day. Tuesday night into Wednesday, we continue to warm up. So it's going to be kind of a funky pattern, and usually, as Todd mentioned, that usually leads to clouds and crud, light showers, low clouds, fog. So, but at least we're not talking about freezing fog.
No, nothing frozen at all. We have to go to the principal's office.
Yeah, we do have a meeting coming up here in just a few moments, so we're going to have to cut this short here today. Wow, Todd, throwing his trash over here. Anyway, we'll go ahead and wrap up this edition of Arkansas Storm Team Live. Remember, we'll be on KARK 4 News at 4 o'clock. Todd will be on at 4, 5, and 6. I'll be on at 5:30 and 6:30 on Fox 16. We'll see y'all then.
See y'all later.